Hi and welcome everyone. Today I would like to talk about all the little items in ExtJS which are hovering above the viewport. These have a special location and to add some quick styling to figure out what you want to do, it's good to know where to find these items. So let's go. So I prepared a little bit. I prepared two items. As you can see over here, I have two of these views in here. And this is basically a standard out-of-the-box application, and I just added some things. Like I added here a tooltip. In here I added another tooltip and a third tooltip. And on the other end, I prepared a picker field, which is a date field, which comes with a picker. It's for a mobile application, it's the edge picker, and for the standard browser, it's the float picker. So, and on the other side, what can we see? We do see the viewport in here, and I can hover over items in here, and I can go here, and you can see if I click here, we get this wonderful stylish date picker. Now, this was with the styling, and now without the styling, we get this standard pop-up tooltip, and we get this standard date picker. Now, where exactly do we find these things? Because if we take a look over here, and let's go in here, and yeah, that flickers, and let's go and search for it. We get to the main container, which contains this HTML. But we're not looking for that. We are looking for the tooltip. And to find that, it's a bit easier to go with the picker to understand where to find these things. Because for the picker, I can click and say, right-click and say, look up this one. I know you can't see that on screen, but I pressed the search for this item, and that's how we got here. So if we go up, we can see that we are within this X float wrap and not within the X viewport. So everything which hovers is not part of the main viewport, but is in a special container which allows ExtJS to figure out where exactly to place it. For the, let me close this, for the tooltips, it goes into this tooltip container, and the date picker goes into this special container, one down. And let's take a look in here for the tooltips, going down, further down, in here. And now we should be able to see our in-depth information. As you can see in here, it says in-depth information, and that was exactly what we have in here for the title. Now, let me restart the whole thing. Remove this tooltip to keep things easier. And now you can see we want to have one with start and one with end. Now, let's reload this on this side. Let's take a look. Start and awesome. So now we're going to, not through the viewport, but into the float container down here, global tooltips, further down, and we can see that we have in here end. Now, if I go to the start, I'm now hovering over start, and it changes to start. If I'm now hovering over end, it changes again. Hovering over here, as you can see, it always changes. So ExtJS just reuses a single container for the tooltips. Now, if we want to show these things, these tooltips, we have to figure out where and how to enable it. So I'm going here to the global tooltip container, And as you can see in here, it has the X hidden display. If I disable the class X hidden display, you can see it's there. And now we can style it. To go into styling, I would like to go over again to my date picker, because that one, oh, it stays here. As you can see, because I'm enabling it, I have to disable it again. Now, let's go in here and say, search for this item, and let's take a look how to style these things. Because all of these are typically almost the same. So what we have, we are down here in the xwrap, in the date panel. We're going deeper in here. It says there's a header and there's a body wrap. And this body, that is what we're looking for. So we're going even deeper for the X body element. Because if I'm going in here and I'm saying background green, nothing happens. And if I'm going in here into the wrap element, background red, nothing happens. Now if I'm going into the X body element and I'm saying background green, you can see it changes to green. So, and that is exactly what we're looking for. Remember this X body element? Now, if I'm going here to the floated picker, and going to body style, instead of setting the style, which would go for the date panel up here, I'm going for the body style. And I'm setting all these things in here, saving it, rerun, going back to my date picker, and we get all the styling in here. So basically what we have learned today is that there is a special location, which is the X float wrap, which keeps track of all floating items, which is a dialog, which is a everything you can drag and drop basically, which is the picker from the date picker, other pickers, and our tooltips. So that's basically it for today. If you like what you see, please leave me a thumbs up, and I see you later. Bye.